Good morning, seventh graders. All right, so guess what? We are starting chapter 10 today. It is the very last chapter that you're going to do in your seventh grade career. The last new things you're going to learn are going to be in this chapter. These are also going to be the life lessons that you need. Okay, these are life skills. This is financial literacy. Okay, what that means is this is how you find your finances. This is going to help you in your future. We're going to start it off with chapter 10, lesson 1, sales and income tax. And guys, you all need to know this. I know. You are just 13 years old, but you need to learn it. Okay, so make sure you have some scratch paper and let's get ready. All right, guys, so before we get started, let's go over some vocabulary that I think will be very helpful for you guys. All right, so what you need to know, let me tell you this, and I always tell my daughters this, and I'm sure you guys know, but just in case you don't know, I want you to understand what vocabulary is. It's not so you can get 100 on a vocabulary test, even though I don't give vocabulary tests. That's not what this is for. What vocabulary is for you to memorize it. Okay, so if you can memorize the vocabulary or understand it, you don't even necessarily have to have it memorized. But if you can understand the vocabulary that you're using, when you get to a word problem, you can use that vocabulary that you've learned or you've memorized, and it will help you understand what is this question asking. Okay, because you need to know. All right, so let's talk about this. First, there is a sales tax. Okay, so sales and tax. Okay, mentally, common sense, we should understand that that is a tax on anything that we buy or that somebody is selling. All right, so here it is. A tax added to the price of particular goods and services. So when you go to Walmart and you buy all those groceries, there's sales tax added to what you're buying. Okay. Walmart turns around and gives that to the government. All right, so let's see. Income, okay? Income is money earned from working, investments, or doing business, okay? Income, for me, I get an income for teaching you guys math, okay? It's money that I get, I earn, not get, I earn it for doing business, okay, or working. Then there's income tax, all right? So this is money that the government collects based on income, sales, and other activity. So the government is going to take a part of my income that I earn. Okay. I know. Sucks. It's what it is. All right. So look, and then we have wages. All right. So payment for work based on hours worked, sometimes per day or per amount done, work done. Okay. So wages is a little bit different than income. Income is money earned from working, like salary, or well, I mean, wages is payment for work based on hours, sometimes per day or amount work done. So like somebody who goes and does an hourly job, like they get paid. Say you're a babysitter, you're going to go babysit. You're not getting income, you're earning wages. Okay, so does that make sense? I hope it does. All right, so we're going to do some examples. You guys are going to need you're going to need scratch paper because we're going to be figuring out sales tax and income tax. And we know taxes, that's a percentage. And we know that we're going to have to turn our percentages into decimals before we start working with money. All right, guys. All right, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to calculate how much tax there's going to be, and then we're going to calculate the total cost. Okay. So they want us to find 5% sales tax on an $81.08 bookcase. Okay. So we got to find 5% of it. How much tax is going to be added to that? And then we want to know how much total are we going to have to pay. Okay. So this is real life. You know, when I first lived on my own, I had a roommate and her name was Crystal. And we used to go to Walmart and we would take a calculator and we would be adding, and then we would add our sales tax on what we were buying. So we made sure we had enough money. I know it's kind of sad, but that's what we did. Okay, so this is legit for real life. I did it. Okay. All right, so 5%. Now here's the deal. If you look in Google Classroom under resources, which is at the top of Google Classroom under classwork, Okay, when you go to look at your daily stuff under classwork, there's resources. And on resources, there is at the very bottom of resources is important information and tidbits. Okay, I have my cheat sheets there. And we have the fraction decimal percent one, FDP. Okay, remember? And we know that it goes like this, boom, and like this. So we know if we're taking a decimal to a percent, we're moving our decimal 2 places to the right because basically you're multiplying by 100. Okay, now if we're going percent to decimal, we're dividing by 100. So we're going to be moving our decimal 2 places to the left. Okay, we have to have our percentage, this 5%, we have to have 5% in decimal form. Now, 5% does not have a decimal, but we can drop the percent sign and add a decimal, or you can just put a decimal right there if you want. Doesn't matter. But we need to move it 2 places to the left. All right, so now we got to add a 0. So now we have 0.05, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to find 5% of $81.08. So that means we're going to be multiplying, right? So we're going to do 81.08 times 0.05. All right, now 8 times 5 is 40. The 0 can stay, the 4 got to go. 0 times 5 is 0, plus 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5, and 8 times 5 is 40. All right, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. So I've got to move my decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if we're going to round this, we're talking about money. This 4 does nothing to that. So we're going to add about $4.05. That's what our sales tax is. It's going to be $4.05. They're going to charge us $4.05 just to buy this $81.08 bookcase. So now we got to figure out what is the total cost. So this is part of our answer, the $4.05. All right, so now we're going to take that and we're going to add it to the $81.08. All right, guys, this is real life. You will be doing this. Okay, so 8 plus 5 is 13. 3 can stay. 1 got to go. 1 plus 0 is 1. 3 my decimal. 1 plus 4 is 5. And 8 plus nothing is 8. So that bookcase, if we want to walk out the door with it, it's going to cost us $85.13. Okay, so this is not hard, guys. The hardest part is for you to remember to turn this percent to a decimal. Okay, that's the most difficult part that you're going to have. Okay, that's not hard. Multiplying and then adding, not hard. Okay, so we'll do a couple more examples. All right, guys, so we got another one. All right, so we have 5.75% sales tax on a $36.65 blouse. Like a fancy little shirt for a woman. Okay, so again, first thing we got to do is take this percent, and even though it has a decimal, that's fine. We got to take this percent and turn it into a decimal, okay? All right, so we have 5.75, and we know because of FDP, fraction decimal percent, I didn't mean to do that many. What is wrong with me? If you will use the cheat sheet, it's going to help you. So we're going to move our decimal 2 places to the left. 1, 2. Okay, now there's nothing here, so I'm going to add a 0. Okay, so 0.0575. Okay, and I'm going to do 36.65. That's how much our blouse is, times 0.575. Ugh. Okay, it's going to be a lot of multiplying, guys. Guess what? Next year, you guys get to use a calculator. It's going to be a lot easier. All right, so 5 times 5 is 25. The 5 can stay, but the 2 got to go. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 2 is 32. The 2 can stay. The 3 got to go. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 is 33. 3 can stay. The other 3 got to go. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. All right, now scratch, 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 lay an egg, whatever. 7 times 5 is 35. The 5 can stay. The 3 got to go. 6 times 7 is 42, and 42 plus 3 is 45. 5 can stay. 4 got to go. 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 4 is 46. 6 can stay. 4 got to go. 3 times 7 is 21, and 21 plus 4 is 25. Okay. Now, scratch, scratch, lay 2 eggs. And we'll be done. All right, now 5 times 5 is 25. 5 can stay. 2 got to go. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 plus 2 is 32. 2 can stay. 3 got to go. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 plus 3 is 30. Wait. 5 times 6 is 30, and 30 plus 3 is 33. 3 can stay. The other 3 got to go. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. 8 and 1. All right, so 5 plus 0 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 3 is 13. 3 can stay. 1 got to go. 8 and 2 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. 7 can stay. 1 got to go. 5 plus 2 is 7, and 7 and 3 is 10. 0 can stay. 1 got to go. 2 and 8 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Carry my 1, 2. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decimal places. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so let's see. There may be some round down it. Okay, so the 7 makes that, the 5 makes a 7, 8. 8 makes a 3, a 4, and 4 does nothing to the 7. But this 7 bumps that 0 to a 1. So the sales tax for this blouse is going to be $2.11. Okay, that's part of our answer, $2.11. Right now we're going to take this $2.11. How much are we charging? That's a percentage. That's 5.75% of this blouse. So now we got to take that and add it to the blouse so we know how much total we're going to be paying. Okay, 35, 65 plus $2.11. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. So in order to get out of there, we're going to have to pay $37.76. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to income tax, and that's going to be looking a little bit, we're going to be doing it the same way pretty much, but we'll look a little different. Okay. This would be a little easier if I screen recorded this. Okay. So it wants us for exercises 11 and 12. We're going to calculate each income tax for Miranda's pay stub shown, round to the nearest cent. Okay. So we have, let's look at this. Miranda Shelton, whoever she is. Okay. Her gross pay, her wages, what she takes home is $2,158.19. Okay. Medicare is $31.29. They want us to figure out Social Security tax, which is 6.2% of her wages, and then 21% of her federal withholding income tax. Okay. All right. So let's do this. All right. Now, I'm not going to mess with 13, 14, and 15, although you should know how to, you should learn how to do it, but I don't want our lesson to be, a 30-minute video. All right, so let's look at this. 6.2% on Social Security. Okay, so her gross pay is $2,158.19. All right, so we need to find 6.2% of that. Now, we've talked about this. We can't just come up here and multiply this by 6.2%. We got to turn this percent to a decimal, and we're going to do it by moving it over 2 places to the left. So then we have 0.062. And let me erase this so I have room. Sorry. All right, so we're going to multiply by 260 point. All right, now 9 times 2 is 18. The 8 can stay. The 1 got to go. 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. 2 times 8 is 16. The 6 can stay. The 1 got to go. All right. Nice. I took that one to the wrong place. Sorry. The 1 got to go to this 5. Sorry. Okay. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. The 1 can stay. The 1 got to go. 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. And 2 times 2 is 4. All right, now, Scratch, scratch, lay an egg. All right, we'll be done. 6 times 9 is 54, right? If we put down 6, 54, 4 can stay. The 5 got to go. 1 times 6 is 6 plus 5 is 11. The 1 can stay. The other one got to go. 6 times 8 is 48 plus 1 is 49. 9 can stay. 4 got to go. 5 times 6 is 30, and 30 plus 4 is 34. 4 can stay. 3 got to go. 1 times 6 is 6 plus 3 is 9, and 6 times 2 is 12. It's okay. It's okay. You're just fine. It's okay. Yeah, go ahead. They'll laugh at this.
Okay. Long handle spoon.
Oh.
I'm giving you your money back.
Oh, thank you. I forgot about that.
They said they might still do it, but it's looking kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, though. Thank you.
If you want it again, just put it.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm glad I was part of your video.
Yeah, Miss V says hi, guys. All right, so let's add this up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 4 is 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. 1 plus 9 is 10. 0 can stay. 1 got to go. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 9 plus 4 is 13. 3 can stay. 1 got to go. 1 plus 2 is 3 and 1. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so let's look at this. We have 1.33.80778. All right, now this 7, that's going to bump that up to a 1. I didn't even put a decimal there. So $133.81 from her paycheck is going to go to Social Security. Now, that's a lot every month. Or I don't even know. This may be her bi-weekly. So every paycheck right now, if she makes that same amount, she's going to be paying $133.81 towards Social Security. All right, next up, we're going to do federal withholding income tax. I've already turned my 21% of the federal withholding income tax. So this right here, the federal withholding income tax, 21%. I've turned it to a decimal by moving the decimal 2 places to the left, which is 0.21. All right, so let's get going because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. All right, so we have 9 times 1 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 1 is 8. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. All right, so we should get 215,819. All right, so we're going to do a 0. Scratch, scratch, lay an egg. Okay, so 2 times 9, that is 18. The 8 can stay, but the 1 got to go. 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, 2 times 8 is 16. The 6 can stay, but this 1 got to go. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. The 1 can stay, but the 1 got to go. 1 times 2 is 2, and then 2 times 2 is 4. All right, so let's add this up. So these are our, partial products. Let's add up our partial products, peeps. All right, so 9 plus 0 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. 8 plus 3 is 11. The 1 can stay. The 1 got to go. 1 and 5 is 6, and 6 plus 6 is 12. The 2 can stay, but the 1 got to go. We got 1 and 1, that's 3. 2 plus 2 is 4, and let's bring down this 4. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now this 9 is going to bump this 1 to a 2. So she's going to pay $443.22 out of her paycheck, okay? That's how much Miranda Shelton owes the government for working. It's crazy, right? All right, guys, good luck on your assignment.